That's right. Week 10 is in the books, the final week of this most irregular regular season. Conference titles, playoff seeding, bragging rights, everything in between on the line tonight. We'll get started with the crosstown rivalry at the top of the 7A West. That's Bentonville hosting Bentonville West. The Tigers looking for a perfect season. Starts off poorly for Bentonville West. First drive of the game ends in a punt. That wasn't really a punt. Tigers fall on it. Bentonville would convert a field goal, 3-0 Tigers. Dalton McDonald, fleet of feet into the end zone. Bentonville West all of a sudden jumps in to a 7-3 lead. That didn't last long. The next kickoff, Chaz Nimrod turns on the Jets. Look at him go. That's only slightly exaggerated. He's in for 6. Bentonville up 10-7. They wouldn't look back. Andrew Edwards now, Bentonville quarterback, but he's got some legs too. And he takes more than 2 guys to tackle him. That's obvious. He's in. Bentonville on top 17-7. And of course, Edwards has the arm too, especially when he's throwing it to this guy. Nimrod again, this time comes down with it in the end zone to make things 24-7 in favor of the Tigers. Bentonville West, they wouldn't score again. Bentonville wins 44-7, and the Bentonville Tigers are your undefeated, perfect regular season 7A West champions. That's their 5th conference title in a row. Things get more interesting when you go at those 2 through 4 seeds. Fayetteville at Har-Ber tonight. Both teams looking to wrap up some playoff seeding. Bladen Fike, Isaiah Tegna through traffic, comes down 7-0 Purple Dogs. Har-Ber, though, looks to get on the board. Drew McClendon, Jamarcus Alvis makes a few guys miss, dives in, tie ball game. Now, Har-Ber again, McClendon again, Alvis again, jumps in front of the DB, and he's gone all the way to the house, 14-14. Har-Ber defense now gets it on the action. Fike looking to pass, probably wasn't looking to pass to this team, though. You guessed it, interception for Har-Ber. That's Liam Taylor. He just sits on it a whole way. Wildcats looking to get into a groove here. That wouldn't happen. Fayetteville turns things on. Caden Turner, get used to that name. Short touchdown run. Purple Dogs on top, 21-14. I swear, this is a different play. Now it's 27-21, and now the final nail in the coffin. Caden Turner, 2 rushing touchdowns. Now a pick 6 for the Purple Dogs. Fayetteville wins this one, 33-27. If you had written off the Purple Dogs after a rough non-conference, you're eating those words now. They finished things strong. No one wants to see them in the playoffs. Well, forget that playoff seeding for a second, though. A whole darn conference is on the line in the 6A when we return.
You're watching Football Friday Night!
I've run out of fingers to count the number of big games Greenwood's played in this year, which is a bit worrisome because they haven't quite played 10. But it was also the biggest game yet tonight as the Bulldogs roll into Lake Hamilton with a conference title on the line. Based on history, shouldn't be too much of an issue. Greenwood's beaten them the last 4 times out, but this is a different Lake Hamilton squad, also undefeated so far on the season. Defensive showing throughout much of the first quarter. Greenwood draws first blood. Luis Morales knocks it through for a 3-0 lead. On to the second quarter now. Lake Hamilton, the Wolves, making moves. Grant Bearden going up the top to Isaiah Clement. That puts Lake Hamilton on top 7-3. You know anything about Greenwood this year is that they don't back down from adversity of any kind. Also, LD Richmond's pretty good. Greenwood quarterback finds his receiver in the end zone to put the Bulldogs on top 10-7, and they'd finish on top as well. 38-28. Greenwood takes down Lake Hamilton, and the Bulldogs are officially your 6A West regular season champs. Back on top. That's now 5 of the last 6 seasons that Greenwood has won the conference. Well, Shiloh Christian wrapped up yet another 4A1 conference title tonight, but the number 2 spot was up for grabs in Elkins. Prairie Grove going in to take on the Elks. Knox Laird, Landon Semrad, he's into the end zone. It's 7-0 Prairie Grove. At 2 seeds on the line, and no one's going to lose it easily, though. Kane Johnson, he takes it in himself, as he is wont to do, ties things up at 7 apiece early on. Knox Laird, again, Prairie Grove showing that they can do a bit more than normal scramble this season on the offensive end. No wide receivers, no problem, layered into the end zone, and it's 14-6 Prairie Grove. Here come the Tigers again. Foster Lehman squeezes in. It's 20-6. Prairie Grove once again on the attack, this time trying to punt. Snap goes over the punter's head. Elkins slides into it in the end zone, and this one would not end up going the Elks' way, though. Prairie Grove holds off Elkins 28-20. They'll be your 2 seed. Elks grab the 3 seed in their first year in the conference. Well, the high school football regular season is almost done. Just a couple more teams jostling for playoff positioning coming your way right after this.
It's football! Go Elks!
Coming into tonight, Charleston had all but wrapped up the 3A1 title. They did that with a big win over Lavaca. Rest of the spots, though, still up for grabs. A big one going down in Cedarville as Lincoln comes into town. Teams within just 1 spot of each other for playoff seeding. Hayden Morton, big run for Cedarville. 6-0 Pirates in the early going. Lincoln, though, didn't come to town to mess around. Levi Wright, the senior quarterback, check it out here, takes the direct snap. He's going to go in for 6, one of his 3 touchdowns on the night as Cedarville falls to Lincoln 48-30. And another big one going down in the 4A4. Ozark wraps up things with a 42-16 win over Waldron. Playoffs are up next. It was a fun regular season of football Friday nights.